What's up guys, welcome back to yet another exciting video from African Buzz. We are serving you the best of African news, and today we want to inform you, if you have not been informed, that Zimbabwe and Botswana are planning to scrap passports. We have been seeing visas. This is taking it too far, you may wonder. But Zimbabwe and Botswana are in discussions to scrap passports for Zimbabweans visiting Botswana and Botswanians visiting Zimbabwe. So there was a recent festival called Kusi Ideas Festival in Botswana on the 7th of December. I think that is when President Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe was just bringing out the news that these passports are useless. We have always been one. Why do we need a document to say I want to travel to the next country? When it's Africa, we are one. We should be one country actually. So watch this video of President Mnangagwa and just get to understand what the idea is behind the scrapping of passports.
I've been talking to my brother here after he was making a statement here. And we have agreed, I can announce it, we agreed that from now on we shall instruct our officials that there should be no question of how to enter Zimbabwe or how to enter Botswana. That should be cleared. The two of us, we've agreed, realizing that because we are African, we should be able to walk into Botswana, walk into Zambia, walk into Kenya. And we've just agreed when we were sitting there, my brother, why do we restrict ourselves? Somebody said in the past, when we were all together, then the Global North came and made boundaries where a family's kitchen became on the other side of the border, the bedroom on the other side of the border. So why should we continue to respect this? Let us open borders among ourselves and move freely.
Guys, I'm so amazed. And listening to Mnangagwa talk, it's like the spirit of Pan-Africanism is coming out again. No matter how much these leaders, we have been beating them, giving them beautiful lip services, and you know, talking a lot of negative things about them. This time he talks about one Africa and the boundaries being not our borders, own. And Malema has been talking about this, PLO Lumumba has been talking about this, Mama Africa, Mama Erikana Chimberikwa from Zimbabwe has been talking about this. A lot of people have been talking about this. And I think it's in order, and it's now that we say one Africa right now, borderless Africa right now, and we disband this nonsense. Then we also understand that in April this year, Namibia and Botswana already did the same. I know a lot of Zimbabweans are saying beautiful, but some are saying we want to see it happen, because I think, you know, these borders, you get there and you find people who harass you because you have to show what and what not.
I don't know how I feel about this. Well, it's exciting news, but for the sake of argument, or for argument's sake, I don't know if we are really implementing this the way it's supposed to be, or the way it would matter. I don't know if you get me. Because for me, it's like avoiding the big elephant in the room and just, you know, going down where the matter is not as big as it should be addressed.
What is the elephant?
Now, let me tell you, we have this big Africa that was cut into different small countries. Mama Erikana said, compare Swaziland and compare it with the US. Tell Swaziland, go and argue with US in terms of economic, I don't know what, development. Swaziland is just this small thing in Southern Africa. In fact, it's just useless for some big countries like Russia and, you know, US. Maybe they can't even sit on the same table and discuss big deals. So for me, I'm looking at it as, okay, we still have these borders, and then you guys are just talking about passports and visas and let us move around easily, freely, which is very nice. But are we ignoring the fact that we are still divided as a people into, you are South African, you are Mozambican, you are Malawian, we are different. I can't communicate with you, maybe I can't associate myself with you. For me, if I were to spearhead this operation, I would start with this cutting of our continent. You know, if I were to remove this cutting, the cracking it up into these small tiny pieces,
and calling, you know, and calling
this
yourself
discrimination,
Ugandan,
Kenyan. I would say we are all African. That is one.
Yeah.
There's no Ugandan. Maybe you speak your language,
Exactly.
Baganda or whatever.
Actually,
that was what would differentiate you.
What should be the identity is your nationality. And when I talk about nationality, I mean the traditional nationality.
Yeah.
You are Zulu. I say I'm Zulu. Definitely we know you come from the south. You say I'm Hehe.
Exactly.
We
I'm
definitely know you come
Khoisan.
from East Africa.
I speak Khoi.
You say I'm Wolof. You come
You're from Senegal.
Not Senegal. We already dropped the Senegal,
Okay.
but we know you are coming from
the west part of Africa. Yeah.
You know, when you say you are Jem, we know you coming from the area after Egypt, the Nile. So I think that should be. But now the problem is, one, Africa has been divided so much. One, they divided the countries. Then they divided into francophone and anglophone and spanophone and portugophone. I don't know what we call the rest of the countries.
Useless form.
So you find us, like for example, anglophones relating to francophone becomes so difficult because even the languages we don't have.
That is why I'm saying I don't know if we are addressing this issue the way it should be.
So with that anglophone and whatever, saxophone or whatever, you find someone in Chad or in Cameroon has his back held by the French. So there's no, even their president cannot allow the boundaries to be disbanded, because it will mean that he's now becoming an Africa, and France has to relieve him in the country so that he can join the other Africans. They will not want that.
Even without France, even these other small countries, they also have their own interests. For example, if it's a king of whatever, Morocco, king of Swaziland, he also benefits from that small kingdom.
But you know what they were talking about? It's not about disbanding and say now you won't be the president.
You will still be the leader.
You stay as the leader, but now we make a decision together from Egypt to South Africa and from Somalia to Gambia. We make decisions together. We negotiate in the international arena together. That's the idea. But now you find that they don't want that, so they have to have puppets. And you know, with puppets, you see like AES will join up and do a beautiful thing. But do you think that the residents, the citizens of Senegal or Cote d'Ivoire don't want to be part of the AES?
They do.
They do. But their presidents, they are not, they are French puppets. They cannot say anything. So it becomes so difficult. So we can only congratulate these guys because they are doing whatever East Africa did a long time ago.
Yeah.
We even forgot about that.
Maybe let's look up to AES on the model that they will bring for Africa. And if it works for Africa, we can copy and implement it to the rest of Africa.
Yeah.
Because for me, the removal of passports and visas, yes, it's a good idea. But we have a deeper underlying issue. And the reason Thabo Mbeki says Africans are not ready to lead African Renaissance is because of all this division, even within our brains, our heads. There's so much mental.
There's Christianity, Islamic.
Yeah, so there's a lot that we need to do away with so that we can say, now we are Africa, we can work together and be as powerful. You can travel from Kenya to South Africa, you can travel from Malawi to Egypt without
those. Actually, the only thing that they need to do is that you need to have a card saying, this is my origin, this is where I'm coming from, and I'm touring Africa. So in case you are stopped by a police, you have an ID. So that all this work should not be... in case of death,
because we need to locate where you come from. And
so that's kind of ID, not passports and stamps and all that. Then we need to disband all these borders, so we won't be having gates and long but we work with the police, like we have a whole African police. Then we have an African passport. One passport which will be needed now going out of Africa.
Yeah, but you guys have better ideas on how this can be implemented. Some of you have studied these things deeper. You understand the human psychology even better than us. Please let us know in the comment section down below. How can we achieve this goal of making Africa one? Borderless Africa. Is it just borderless in terms of visas and passports, or should it really be borderless, like scrapping out the borders?
Actually, it should be.
How do you see this thing moving forward? Let us know in the comment section down below, and please don't forget to like the video, share the video. Let's hear from as many Africans as possible, and please don't forget to subscribe. And Saturday, tomorrow,
and tomorrow we have a live stream, and with that, don't forget that also Jamaicans, Haitians, and people out there are also Africans. So as we dispart borders in Africa, we need to dispart borders for them.
Diaspora.
So people from Jamaica can come to Africa like it's home, because it's home.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we see you in the next one and in our life. Bye bye.